Welcome to 3 Minutes of Motivation, where we share free insights to help you stay motivated, stay inspired, and essentially get the goals that you're after. Now, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel or follow me on other platforms, and let's get going. So, number 1 insight on how to create a routine and to stick with the routine is remove the idea that there is a perfect routine. As much as we admire, as much as we kind of focus on how someone who we care most about or we are influenced by, and they're doing these amazing, outlandish morning routines, that may not be a thing that you actually want. It may just be a thing that just gets your attention, but it may not be the thing that you want. And we have to understand that every routine is going to be different based off the person. So if you are someone who is trying to create themselves into this new version of themselves, and you know from your heart that this is the person that you're trying to be, you may not need to do the same routine as somebody else if it's not actually for you or actually in connection to where you're going moving forward. So focus on removing that out of your mind, and that's what will essentially kind of get you more focused on a routine that works for you. Number 2, do what is urgent. Now, if you haven't heard the quote on by Lao Tzu, I believe it is that you always want to do what is hard when it's easy. Essentially meaning that when you are ticking off the most urgent thing off your list and you're getting that done and it's out of the way, essentially there will be a snowball effect that will happen, and all of the things afterwards, tasks and all the other things that may be on your list, you probably will be able to easily get it done because you know you've done the most hardest thing first. And the most hardest thing first on the list normally is the urgent thing. So if you have a morning routine, or if you have an evening routine, focus on what's urgent. Once you get the urgent thing done, then everything else afterwards will kind of just fall into effect. And then number 3 of the 3 insights is embrace new changes. Now, this is probably one of the toughest things I think people struggle with the most, but really getting to the nitty gritty of it is that no routine is going to be the same every single time. Even though a routine is actions being repeatedly done, we have to realize that we may not be in that time or in that space to do the same routine. If we're in a different environment, in our case, because we're traveling, we may not be able to do the exact same routine. But you may be able to do the things that's urgent, as I mentioned before, within that routine. And it may be the things that you just need to get done that may not be perfect, but it works for you. So always embrace the new changes and be able to do the things that fit within what you want to do.